Willie D Live.
What's up, family? There's a viral video of a mother inside of a hospital room filming a man giving chest compression CPR to her son, who appears to be coding. The mother accuses the hospital of trying to kill her son so that they can get his organs. Yeah, fam. It's pretty sad to watch. The mother is filming and she's pretty much giving a play-by-play, talking about how the hospital is cutting off the air and they're trying to save her son who has some type of a brain injury. She said that the hospital told her that they wanted her son's organs right after they told her that he had brain trauma. Do y'all believe the hospital would do such a thing? I mean, a hospital would intentionally try to take a person's life. I mean, you go to the hospital for the hospital to help you out, right? They're trying to save lives, not take lives. Now, I'm a little confused because CPR is typically reserved for someone without a pulse. If they have a pulse, you don't do CPR. So I don't know if, the pulse was coming in and out or what. I don't know what the deal was. But in any event, the mother was absolutely convinced that they were trying to kill her son and take his organs. And there was a member of the hospital staff that was standing around on his phone like, what now? They're panicking. They're like, they're trying to kill my son, And the guy's trying to do CPR. And as a member of the hospital staff, just casually, checking out his phone and, just looking around like he was totally unfazed. Now, I know, fam, I get it. The hospital sees stuff like this all the time. They see death all the time. They see grief all the time. But damn, man, can you just fake it a little bit? Can you just fake like you care just a little bit? I posted the video on my Instagram. There's a link in the description for you guys to check it out yourselves. One of the commenters, Texas_81, said this: I believe this. I was in the hospital with COVID and pneumonia. I remember being asleep and one of the nurses came in trying to inject something in my IV, and I woke up and this lady said she was giving me insulin for my diabetes. I don't have diabetes, in all caps. It was God who said, wake up. I ain't got no problem with that, family. That's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing that she woke up. It's a beautiful thing when family are at those hospitals, when family are asking questions, when they are involved, when they're just not taking the word of the doctors or the nurses. Because there are people who work at these hospitals who will kill your loved ones. And they do participate in organ harvesting. This is a fact. They do work out deals to take organs and sell them. It's a big business, fam. A big business. There's no coincidence that Black people have a much higher fatality rate in hospitals than pretty much anybody, because they look at Black people as expendable. Remember the Martin Luther King case where it came out that the doctor actually smothered Martin Luther King Jr. when he came there for the gunshot wound? So you're going there for their help. It's an easy cover-up because you're traumatized. You're going there for help. The hospital tried to save you. The doctors tried to save you. You died. Case closed. It's so easy to cover up murder at hospitals, and not just hospitals. Those paramedics. Think about what I'm saying, fam. There are cases where the paramedics work with hospitals and other privatized companies. You get you one, we need an organ. We need a kidney. We need we need a liver. We need a heart. You get in that ambulance and it's over. Sometimes people do naturally die in the ambulance, but there are times when people are murdered inside of those ambulances. If your people ever get in a situation where they're traumatized, even if they're not, you put your people in that ambulance, you better climb in there with them. And another thing, you better stop putting that organ donor thing on your back of your license, on your ID cards. You better take it off, because you're going there for a cold and end up cold. Yeah, end up in that mortuary. Nah, fam, I know some of y'all thinking like, nah, man, that's crazy. I mean, why would they do that? Nah, it's some nurses and doctors who are going to watch this video, and they're going to say, yeah, he right. It happens. It happens. And here's the cold part. If a nurse sees it happening, she really can't say nothing. Because if she does, she's going to be blackballed. She's going to lose that 6-figure job. Yeah. She's going to lose all of that education, going to go right down the drain. Unless you work out a deal with the DA, then you can get some real paper. Yeah. See, I couldn't do that. I could not stand by and watch people die like that. I couldn't stand by and watch the doctors do nothing. I mean, listen, when the family says that they want you to save their loved one, you have no choice. The doctors and the nurses have no choice but to help and save the loved one. Unless they have one of those meetings where they determine that there's nothing else that they can do for the person, and they're going to make an executive decision, in which case the family still can appeal. But to have a person inside of that hospital room coding, and for them to do nothing, not one nurse, not one doctor come in there and try to save that boy. Luckily, he survived. But what if the mother and the other guy who was actually there, performing CPR, what if they was not there ringing the alarm? It's a cold game, fam. Cold game. I don't know if they gave him something. Perhaps they put something in his IV. You know, I see a lot of cases like this on Forensic Files and American Greed all the time. There's a lot of wicked people who work in healthcare. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, some great people who work in healthcare. Great. But there are some very wicked people who work in healthcare also. And as I said before, the wicked people are at the top. The most wicked people are at the top in every industry in America. Every major institution in America has the most wicked at the top. You don't believe me? Look it up. Just start looking at the person who's at the very top, and then check out their record. Check out their character, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Don't sign off on giving the hospital those organs. Put your name on that paperwork, put your name on that card as an organ donor, and you rolling the dice. Because if they need a certain heart with a certain blood type, and you are a match, you are it. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.